I take everything apart, and half the time I want to end up back together. I was that type of guy, just to take stuff apart, you know? I like to know how things work. I mean, that's what I did before I started doing this as a job, you know? I would just work on my own stuff in the driveway.
There's a real big social aspect to it. You know, people will get together in a court and they'll park their cars and they pop the hoods and they're checking out each other's cars, or they go to these car shows, car meets, and just hang out and look at cars. The students coming through my program do become a lot more close-knit because they get to know each other, they're driving each other around, and that's also going to help them in the classroom because when they work together as a unit, they learn a lot more, they get a lot further.
This guy down the street I just met, and I didn't even know him, and he lives like 2 houses down and he works on cars, so now we're friends. That simple.
Our next project's probably going to be putting this all back together.
Automotive is really great for just about any student because there's so many different areas.
I'd love to have my own shop one day. It would be like an ultimate goal. But even if I don't get there and I do well doing what I'm doing now, I'd still be happy.
They can be a guy that works in the shop and could end up being a team leader or even being the head of a shop. So if they like working with the customer more, they can become the service writer. And then they can transfer up there to the shop manager. There's so many different facets to this, and anywhere they go, there's a job because there's something with wheels wherever you're at. It's a lot more than most people realize. It takes a lot more thinking. I have had students that come in and they say their parents didn't want them to come here because their parents wanted them to go to college. But we're teaching them so much that they can use when they go to college. It's getting to the point now where the automotive technician is like a para-engineer because the average car is going to have 20 to 30 computers. We're doing electronics. We have to figure out compression ratios, things like that. There's formulas. Of course, they need reading and writing, so they need all of it. This is not an easy class. We have a college level textbook, and there's a lot to learn with the theories that go along with this stuff. We don't just know it, we apply it.
College might be for some people, you know? I'm still learning and working. You never stop learning, it's just school wasn't my cup of tea. If I can find a job, make it as much money without going to college, I'm not in debt, you know? I'm doing something I like anyway, but I loved it so far.
There's a huge demand right now. Luckily up here on the peninsula we have a real good network of dealers and independent shops that really support us. They love our students, and that's one of the great things is a lot of our students before they even graduate have a job somewhere or at least lined up. But most of them are already working somewhere before they finish and graduate. We don't have enough students to fill the need. We do see a lot more women than we used to. There were some women that didn't want to get into the field because it was primarily male dominated. And honestly, the women I've seen come in have done really well. This is a career field that's not going away. I don't foresee us being automated anytime in the near future. So it's a good, solid background to have. There's a constant need for technicians, constant need for people that can work on these cars because they are getting more and more complicated.